Right, so tonight I've been out for a play, to and fro work today, and tonight I've got to get the GSXR 1000 up on the stand, take both the wheels off, ready for Saturday for the tyres to be replaced. I spun this out earlier on as well. There's still a bit of life in it, to be honest, especially now the summer's come. Nice slick, ready for the road ahead. But yeah, that's what I've got to do tonight. New tyres have already been bought. Putting another pair of Bridgestone Battle Axe T30 Evos on. Getting the pair done. I don't usually get the pair done. I wait until they're worn out, but this time I'm going to get the pair done. The front tyre, I've got probably 1,000 miles left on it, but yeah, I'm going to get both of them done. But yeah, a little bit ironic because I've not long put a chain and sprocket set on it, so the back wheel was off, and I've not long done the new handlebar set up at the front there, which meant I had the front brakes off, so it wouldn't have been 2 minutes to take the front wheel off. Anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. So the thing to do now is get it up on the ABBA Skylift. Did I mention I had an ABBA Skylift? Absolutely phenomenal stand. Love it. Anyway, get it up on the ABBA Skylift and start stripping both ends down. So, here we go. So yeah, first things first, undo the axle. Perhaps knock the adjusters back a bit. So that's the adjusters adjusted off. Knock the wheel forward. So I've got a chance of hooking the chain off the sprocket and then pull the axle. So that's the nut washer and adjuster block off the other side. So now get my plastic hammer and knock the axle through. Just put the nut back on so there's less chance of damaging the thread, and then knock it through. That's the wheel off. Just shove the axle back in, remembering to get the other spacer out of the wheel, and being that it's going in for tyres, obviously I'll take the sprocket carrier and everything off as well. So that's the back wheel off. As I say, I'll take the sprocket carrier off. So next thing to do is spin the ABBA Skylift round. I mentioned I had an ABBA Skylift. Spin it round and take the front wheel off. So a little bit more to it, but not much. Take the calipers off and hang them out the way, and then same again. So that's the brakes out of the way. The next thing to do, he says, like he knows what he's doing, is undo the two right hand side pinch bolts and then start to turn this out, which unscrews it from the other side. So I can't actually find the axle tool that I used before. I think it was just a nut with a socket, a nut that was big enough to go into the axle and get a socket on. So I don't know what's happened to that. So fabrication part 1. So the idea is 2 bolt heads. One will obviously go in the axle, and the other one will poke out for a socket to go on. Bit elaborate. All I've got to do now is try and weld it. Well, it's a while since I've done a bit of welding. Got the settings wrong on the first bit, but that'll do its job. Right, so it's still a little bit hot, but there you go. There's the idea. 1 bolt head in, 1 bolt head out, and then turn it all about. I've got to be a bit careful, it's still a bit hot. But needs must and all that. And then when that's loose. Because most of the thread is out. I don't know if you can see in there. Now undo these pinch bolts, which will release its grip on this bit, and then you can knock that back through to knock this bit out, the spacer out, and then pull the axle out. Again, in theory. So that's the wheel out, and that was a bit of a pig actually. The axle is really dry, so let's check the bearings, because obviously when I took the rear wheel out, the bearings were knackered. Just leave that in loose, put the spacer on it.
An amazing £750 deposit contribution with finance at 9.9% APR representative. Plus every used Vauxhall we sell comes with 1 year's warranty and 1 year's roadside assistance.
Yeah, bearings seem alright, but it's really dry. Really dry. I know the last geezer liked to wash the bike. Perhaps maintaining it wasn't high on the list. Looking at it though, it's near enough down to the wear markers, so more on the side than the centre, which is a good sign of lots of fun. So there you go, both the wheels off. Both the wheels off. And that's my bike. Do you know what it's on? I don't know whether I've told you before. It's on an ABBA Skylift. I love it. So there you go, waiting for Saturday for the new rubber to be put on. Excellent. And then wear that in, run that in, and that'll be ready for the summer fun.